This is the part of the Chet Chat show that we all love. It's the DIY part of the show, do-it-yourself part of the show. Today we are downtown famous New Orleans at the Museum of American Cocktail with Chris McMillan, who's going to show us some really great summer drinks that you adults can practically enjoy. You know, New Orleans gets really hot during the summertime, and so I know, living in New Orleans, everybody likes to enjoy a cocktail. Today we're going to make some non-alcoholic cocktails, but if you want to add a little bit more zest to your cocktail, you can add a little bit of punch to the end of the show your own self. Chris, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for coming, Chet.
Thank you for allowing us to come into this amazing museum. I've never been here before.
Oh, thank you for coming. It's a fantastic representation of New Orleans cocktails and New Orleans history. We're glad to have you.
So tell me, why does New Orleans and the cocktail have such a special relationship?
Well, it's a complicated story, but America was a French, the 13 colonies were English, Protestant culture, and they drank the same kinds of things that they drank in England, in the pub, in the tavern. In New Orleans, we were French, we were Spanish, we were African. We contributed those culinary traditions to drink in the same way that we did to the culinary world. And so New Orleans is, through its Sazerac, its Ramus Gin Fizz, its Absinthe Suisse, the capital of American cocktail culture.
So if people came to this museum, what do they expect to see?
Well, when you come in, you're going to see the history of the American cocktail, beginning in the 18th century, evolving, telling the story of the bartenders who made the drinks, the ingredients they were made from, the story of absinthe, the story about New Orleans bartending, and then on into the 20th century with Prohibition, the Tiki era, the whole history of American drinks.
And you sound like a man that knows what you're talking about. So this is the DIY part of the show. So show us what you're going to make us today.
Well, Chet, you know, nothing says summer more than lemonade.
Right.
And lemonade is the foundation for many of our sour type drinks. So today I want to show you how to make a really fantastic pitcher of lemonade. And it's very simple. The secret, though, goes back to the 18th century to punch making. And when you made punch, you made what was called oleo saccharum, which meant sugar oil. And to make that, what you do is you take a lemon.
And I'm going to try to help you out here. I mean, I'm not much of a mixologist or, like you said, a bartender. So I'm going to try to do my best to kind of help you out. So tell me what you want me to do.
Well, first thing we're going to do is just zest a little bit of lemon in there.
Okay. Let's see, let me try that.
And what this does is separates the oil from the bitter part of the lemon.
Okay.
And then we're going to take our lemon zest and we're going to mix it with sugar.
Okay.
Now, the sugar is going to act through capillary action. It's going to absorb the flavor of the oil from the lemon itself. So I'm just going to take that, throw it in there.
And what do you need next?
And I'm just going to toss this together until it's well mixed into a consistency. And you'll see that it'll turn a yellow color.
Okay. So you want to toss this very well till you get to a yellow consistency.
Color. And then you let this sit for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And in that 30 minutes, that oil will soak, the sugar will actually soak all the oil out of the lemon zest. Then you add a little bit of water to it through the magic of television.
All right. This man thinks ahead.
And this is what it looks like.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a picture and we're going to strain the solids from our lemon zest out.
Now, what do you do with the leftover lemon stuff in there?
I'm just going to discard it.
Okay, okay.
My wife would probably make me put it in the compost pile at home. Now, that's 1 cup of water and sugar.
Sure.
And 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, along with our lemon, along with our lemon zest. And then we're going to mix that 3 to 1.
And I love lemonade. I am not a drinker, so during the summertime, I love to have an Arnold Palmer, which is lemonade and iced tea. So Chris is showing me something here today that I hope to be able to do on my own, and trust me, I'm not a bartender.
So we had a cup of our sugar syrup, and then we're going to put in a cup of fresh lemon juice.
Sure.
We're going to stir this up.
And how long do you have to stir that up for?
That's good right there.
That's it right there? You're making this seem so easy. Now, when I go home and try this, I hope I can still do this as easy as you're doing it today.
Oh, gosh, Chet, this is so easy, even you can do it.
That's good.
Now, I'm going to do a couple quick variations for you. Let's move this out of the way so you can see. There we have our lemonade. One thing that we can do is just make our plain traditional lemonade, which we have in front of us.
But I know at the Cocktail Museum, you guys just wouldn't make something plain. You'd have to add something a little extra to it, right?
Oh, this would be fantastic with gin, vodka, rum. You could take any base spirit and add 1 shot of this and turn this from a family drink into a grown-up drink.
Well, that's what I said. In New Orleans, you can basically add your own punch to it. So, and that's what Chris is going to show us how to do.
You know, one of the great trends in bartending today is just like farm to the table, just like the restaurant industry, the culinary industry. So we're going to use fresh, local, seasonal blueberries within this, and then the raspberries. I saw some very pretty raspberries at the market also, and so that's what you want to do when you go. You want to see what's fresh, in season, has nice bright flavors. And then we're just going to crush that up.
Sure. Wow, you make this seem so easy. So what are the hours of the Cocktail Museum here?
We open at 10 and we close at 7 Monday through Sunday.
Monday through Sunday. Yep.
So we're open 7 days a week. You can always find us here.
Will you be here talking to people about this?
The director is here. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm not. It's hit or miss on that. But we do monthly events here where we bring in one of the top bartenders from the United States once a month.
Tell me a little bit about that. When are those events held?
They're usually on the first Monday of the month, but they vary. You know, if it's a Monday night Saints game, we're not going to. We're not going to be open because people just aren't going to come. But it provides a dual thing. One, we serve sample drinks, and so the local public gets to come in and listen to one of the great bartenders.
Right.
But all of the local bartenders who work in the top venues in the city come in and volunteer, and they just like working with great chefs once a month. You want to top those off?
Yes,
for us,
I would love to.
They get to learn from the very best in the industry, and then take what they've learned back into our local venues and improve the quality of drinks here in New Orleans. And I think you'll agree, if you do drink, that over the last couple of years, drinking has really, the quality of drinks has really become elevated in the city.
I don't, but I know they have.
So we have traditional lemonade, we have blueberry lemonade, and we have raspberry lemonade.
Okay, so let me see which one. I'm going to take the blueberry one. Chris, cheers.
Cheers to you.
And cheers to the American Cocktail Museum.
Thank you for coming, Chet.
Thank you for having me here. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Yum.